So sit straight and try to keep your spine straight. Relaxing your body. And gently breathing in and out. Try to let go of all the thoughts while breathing in and out. And just watch your breath. You have to prepare lunch or brunch, or if you have to run an errand later on. Everything can wait. Right now, I have set this time for myself. Watching the breath coming in and out. My mind is getting relaxed. I am calm like a lake. Today we contemplate on forgiveness. When we constantly remember and replay scenes from the past, when we keep accusing someone for what he or she has done or said to me, real or imaginary, then I become ill in spirit and body. This illness of bitter feelings closes the mind, and so there is no space for nullering, no space for realizing, or seeing things from the other perspective. New perspective enables me to become more tolerant, more accepting, and especially more understanding of the other. Any negative thing I hold on to damages me and not so much the other person whom I hold responsible for my condition. And most likely, the other person has forgotten the issue and does not want to realize anything. But I am burning, holding, and even displaying the scars. To keep blaming and accusing diminishes my capacity to heal and to move on. When I justify hate, dislike, rejection, I'm deepening the wound. And I'm so blocked that I cannot aim for something higher. These bitter feelings blocks my happiness. I lose my peace. I lose my contentment. And I also lose my balance whenever I remember the incident or whenever I remember that person. When the mind is disturbed, we tend to distract it. Distract it in the name of de-stressors by watching TV or going for shopping. Wounds of stress, anger, or hurt are a result of our wrong thoughts. So spending time with ourselves and creating right thoughts now can heal the wound. Let us not use distractions or depend on other people or leave it to time. No one can hurt us or heal us. I heal myself with love and care. I face my emotions. And I don't try to escape it by distracting my mind. The one with a calm state of mind is able to think creatively and see very clearly even beyond the situation. So there is the ability to transform the seemingly negative situation into something very positive. And so there is clear decision making and quick action. There is no time wasted. Some people even have pride in saying, I will never forgive. When we forgive, the restraint is put on egoistic emotions. There is a restraint that allows for clarity and look at the bigger picture. And so I ask myself, do I have the courage to embrace forgiveness? What can help me embrace forgiveness? The one who can step back and ask oneself with an open, honest heart, haven't I at some point done something wrong to others? Whether consciously or unconsciously. Am I so clean and so good that I can judge the other person? Can I be so absolutely right and the other absolutely wrong? Don't I need to be more humble? the one who quietly and sincerely asks these questions and waits in silence, receives answers that steer the heart away from blind reactions to a more balanced solution. What helps us embrace forgiveness is the wisdom to realize that in this drama of life, each actor plays his or her part, and the part or the role may not be of my liking, but this actor was in my life for a reason. And so let me accept and direct myself accordingly. This understanding helps to avoid the habit of creating the same pain or the same sorrow over and over again. The more we reject, blame, and keep accusing, the more our heart becomes colder and harder. Sorrow, dislike, hate becomes a habit, a pattern that addicts the mind into a constant position of frustrated anger. And so, how to come out of this web? There are 5 steps that can help us. Understand, forgive, learn, forget, and move on. Step 1. Understanding. It is easy to misunderstand those we don't like. Whereas those we like, we overlook and even excuse their mistakes and faults. But as I understand my attitude towards the other, I begin to become more tolerant. My ego starts to let go of wounded feelings and sense of injustice. With more understanding, I stop complaining and blaming, and I begin to reconcile. Step 2. I decide to forgive by letting go of anything bitter and anything from the past. And I understand that by forgiving, I'm setting myself free from anger and hurt. Step 3. Learn. This is the most important step. In silence, I ask the self, what did I have to learn from this situation or from this person? Ask this question to yourself. If I'm willing to learn, I can let go of the past and reach the higher awareness where I can see the value from the lesson. What did I learn? To be more independent, to be more humble, or to have more courage to speak up. Step 4. Forget. Once I have learned and extracted the meaning of the lesson, let me forget. Once I have learned that there is no point in repeating and recalling with more anger who did what to me, when I forget, balance is restored. Balance is the basis of creating health physically, emotionally, and spiritually. Step 5. Moving on. When we forgive and forget, we become light. There is no burden. And I am now experienced and wiser. And I have moved on. I find that I have the power to manage my mind. I find that I have the strength to transform my world. This allows me to bring positivity to any negative situation. I slowly bring back my attention back to the room where I'm sitting. And I hold within my heart the experience of silence and going into my inner sanctuary. Om Shanti.